Okay, so is Snap Delivered a good option for restaurants? I wanted to find out for myself, so I did a little research. Here's what I came up with. Okay, so if you know me, you know I like to go out and I like to look at the numbers and figure things out and say, does this make sense for whatever the situation is, right? And go get those numbers and kind of crunch them myself. And so I did a little bit of recon, and what I did was I went to one of the favorite restaurants that me and my family eat at. We eat, or I should say, not eat at, but we get delivery several times a month, right? All year long. We get food from them on a regular basis because we just like the food that they have. And apparently a lot of other people do. But here's something that's interesting about this restaurant, and you'll see in this video I'm about to share with you, is that prior to the pandemic, you couldn't get a seat, right? And in all the times that I had been there, I don't recall ever having anyone come in and pick up food to go. It was always you went to the restaurant to sit down and eat, right? But now that, since the pandemic, it is a very, very common practice for this restaurant. They're sending out more food on delivery than they are having customers in the restaurant. Let's take a look at this video. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so like I did a little bit of spy recon kind of stuff, and I said, let me go here and park right out in front of the restaurant so I can kind of watch what the delivery activity is. And I did that because if you can see on here, there's a rack that they have right in front of the window where they're putting the different orders up for delivery. And you can see in the top left corner, I kept count of the deliveries. In the top right, you'll see how long of a time that was. Is obviously a time lapse. And, you'll find it interesting because, first of all, this was right at the beginning of the dinner rush. So I got there probably about 5:45 or something like that. For us around here, that's about the dinner rush. And this usually goes on for a couple hours, I think. I think it's reasonable to expect that goes on for a couple of hours. And you can see, you got, we're at 9 for delivery right now. And I just sat here and I just watched, and you see all the people going in and out. But, notice if you can look over into the restaurant, there's only 2 tables that are being used. Only 2 tables of like 20 tables that they have in there. You can't see all of them, but I can tell you that there was only two groups in there. And, but you have all these orders going out for delivery, far exceed what it is. So I sat here for about 30 minutes and a little bit longer, but in 30 minutes, you'll see that we're up to 17 now. We're at the 30-minute mark now, and we hit 18 and then almost immediately hit 19 after that. And I just stopped counting at that point in time because I figure about 30 minutes for 19 deliveries. That's crazy. And as I just sat there for a few more minutes, you see all these are all drivers coming to pick up food, and it's still going out the door. So busy night. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's look at some of those numbers and see, does it make sense for that restaurant to be using Snap Delivered for their deliveries and for them to be promoting it out there as well? And then, almost more important is, does it make sense for you? It doesn't matter if you're a restaurant owner or you're, a manager or a driver. Does it make sense for you to be able to promote the Snap Delivery app to other restaurant owners? So let's take a look. And by the way, on this page here, you can pause the video. There's the promo code that you need. So if you go into your app store or into Google Play and you download the Snap Delivered app, use that promo code. That's what's going to unlock it for you to get in and start being able to share this app with other people. And then once you do that, go to snapdelivery.net and you are going to get more tips and tricks and training and things like that as the app is more and more in development and is getting more spread out there. You're going to get a lot more information of how to use it, how to promote it, how to spread it, so you get maximum benefit out of it. So let's take a look at these numbers here. So that restaurant did 19 deliveries in 30 minutes. Look, I know it's never always going to be exactly the same. I know that, but I think it's pretty safe to say, because this was on a weeknight that I did this. It wasn't like on a Friday or Saturday night or something. It was on a weeknight. People are at home, they're eating, they're just like, I'm hungry, it's after work. So again, I know that this is a fairly popular restaurant, especially for as small as they are. And so I said, okay, well, let's just use that as a basis. It's going to change, right? So just take it for what it is. Just take this example for what it is, so you know, you have an idea of something to work with. So if they did 19 deliveries in 30 minutes, that equates to about 76 deliveries in 2 hours. Holy smokes, those guys were cranking, right? And so I know that this restaurant has, I'm putting here a $50 average order value. I know there's no way. Me and my family, we go there, like I said, several times a month, and it's way more than $50. Usually, like, you know, out the door, finally, it's like $70 or something like that, and then tip and things like that. But we're going to do a $50 average order value just to kind of keep it somewhat conservative here. And so if we take 50 times $50 times 30%, right? Because that's what we're thinking. You know, most of the other apps, that's what they're charging these restaurants for deliveries. They're charging them 20, 30, 40% of every single delivery based on the value of the order, not like as a flat fee, based on the value of the order. So we're going to go in the middle. We're going to say 30%. If they're paying 30%, that equals to about a $15 service fee on average, right? Because we're doing $50 average order value. And so if we take that and we go, well, how much does that cost to the restaurant? $15 times 76 orders is $1,140 that hypothetically this restaurant paid for one night's deliveries. For one night's deliveries. Okay? Do you think they feel that? Yeah, you know that they feel that, but it's a necessary evil. Until Snap delivered, there was no other way around it. Okay, so they're paying $1,140. Now watch this, guys. This is just silly. With Snap delivered, those same 76 orders, they would have paid $152. $152. They would have saved almost $1,000 by using Snap Delivered. Okay, and this is why it's so important. We need to kind of start spreading this and get this out there and get the word out there and help it grow as fast as we can, because restaurants are just paying too much. And when they hear this, they go, "Oh, I can save $1,000 in one night," and maybe it's $500, maybe it's $200 that they're going to save in one night, but that's money. That's a lot of money, right? So now, clearly, it's worth it for restaurants. There is no question about it. Would you agree? I think you would agree. Okay, now, but does it make sense for you to go out and promote this and share this with other restaurants? Great. I might be a restaurant owner, and I'll use it because, oh man, it's it's going to save me a lot of money. But why would I go out of my way and promote it and push it out to somebody else, to another restaurant owner? Maybe I got friends or other community members who own restaurants. I'm busy. I don't have time. Well, let's take a look at that. And this goes for drivers. This also goes for customers. You can share the app too, and you can benefit in the same way. So for referring a restaurant, you get 40 cents per delivery. Oh, joy. That doesn't sound like very much, does it? No, it doesn't at all. It doesn't sound like a lot at all. You're like, 40. Yeah, 40. Man, I thought this was going to be something big. Oh, boy. 40-cent delivery. Okay? But let's do some math on that. So if they did 76 orders in one night. Now, this is not even counting their lunch rush and their other deliveries, throughout the day. And again, yes, this is assuming all deliveries go through Snap Delivered, right? Which in time will be the case. That's the objective. So they got 40 cents. You get 40 cents for 76 orders. That's a whopping $30.40. That doesn't even buy a tank of gas these days, right? And so you go, oh man, this doesn't really add up. But watch this. So now when you take that and you times that by 365 days, there's a potential here that you're going to earn $11,000 from one restaurant. What did you earn $11,000 for? Walking in and saying, hey, have you heard of Snap Delivered? How much are you guys paying for your delivery service fees? What percentage are you paying? Does $2 per delivery service fee sound like something that you'd be interested in exploring? Because you do the math, right? Of course. And then once they're signed up, everything else is handled by corporate. Okay. Yes, you be there. You be the go-to person that they can reach out to and say, hey, can you, help us solve an issue if there's an issue? But generally speaking, most everything's going to be handled by corporate. Okay. So you're making $11,000 from making an introduction. And then the following year, you make $11,000 again. And then the next year, $11,000 again, and $11,000 again for one introduction. Maybe you have to go meet with them 2 or 3 times. Okay. Now, what happens if you do this with 10 restaurants? I know you just did that math in your head. Yeah, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. What happens if you did this with more? I mean, I'll let you stew on it and lose sleep over it, because when I think about this and the passive nature of this is because once they get in and they get up and get going, well, it's just rolling. Okay. Now you can also refer to other drivers, and we have another video that we talked about that. You can refer to just customers, and when they make orders, you get paid as well. So is it worth it to go out and share this app? Yes, it is. And folks, we know we're in the pre-launch phase. We're working out bugs in the app. We're working out bugs on the website, or the website's being developed right now as we speak. Things are going to work and things are going to break, and then we're going to figure it out. We're going to fix it, and then it's going to get back together. But I tell you what, this is the place you want to be right now. You do not want to wait until it's all fixed and perfect. Once it's all fixed and perfect, too late. Everybody else you're going to walk into places and they're going to go, yeah, of course we're using Snap. Right? So don't be the person who waits until it's all fixed and perfect. Be the person now who goes in, signs up, use the promo code, get the app, and start sharing that now. So, and then of course, yes, to get tips on using Snap Delivered for maximum profit, join the team at snapdelivery.net, because we are going to make some big things happen with this, and we want you to be part of it and enjoy the fruits of our labors. All right, take care. Delivery is only going to get more and more busy as time goes on, so make it profitable for everybody. All right, guys, take care. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, there's probably another video that you should probably watch that's popping up right there. All right, take care.